Good morning. This is the village of Raška Grostica. Here is a statue of what looks like a soldier at some point, Asen Kitanov. I've never heard of his name, but might be a local person or a freedom fighter. Not exactly sure. And I have no internet to look it up here in the border area. Here's a nice sequoia tree, which there are plenty of around Kustendil. In fact, there is a sequoia forest with 4,000-year-old trees near Kustendil, which has some very big sequoia trees, quite nice. An interesting village here in the municipality of Nevestino. It's quite historical again, there's all sorts of monuments. Nature is quite nice, and there's still some life in the villages at least. It's getting cold, it's winter, and now it's actually starting to freeze during the day, so travel season is over, I guess. And it's my last day. Tomorrow I'm going back to Sofia. It's now the 7th of January 2022. You'll probably see this video a lot later when I post it. But yeah, now it's when winter really starts. Here's a memorial for God to forgive, or to, let's say, bless people from the village who fell in the war from 1912 to 1918. And here are the names of the people. It's a beautiful memorial. And a pretty big church for a small village, dedicated to Saint Prorok Ilya, built in 1903, so over 100 years old. Nice. So, hey, it's really. Hey. I am now in what is one of the more remote spots in the province of Kustendil. There in the back we see a mountain settlement, which is probably entirely abandoned, let's say 10 houses. And that's the case in the whole valley. There's a lot of these little hamlets that are all, I believe nobody lives here anymore. I'm now on the road, which can drive upon fine, so it's not impossible to reach from Kustendil. Just remote, you know. There in the back there's more houses, and you see that all around it's just mountains and mountains endlessly. And over there in the back is Serbia again, so I'm quite close to that. Here's some shipki, I believe, the rose hips. Just cool views all along. It was a really adventurous area to explore. I'm kind of happy that I focused some more on a specific region instead of going around too much, because that would have been, I don't know, too much driving and too little exploring. And now if you look at this, it's just pretty, it looks rough, you know. The area has a rough feel to it, even though it's really pretty. It could be featured in a lot of movie scenes. It's charismatic. Here, completely abandoned, extremely old. Some of the older houses I've seen, probably. There's still an oven here. That's an oven. to make bread. Just look at that little road winding down the hill and into the dark mountains, the forest. It's just so big and so overwhelming, you know? Like, I wonder how all these mountains are called. I can probably look it up, but it's so big that it's just a world on its own, all of these forests. It's completely wild. Probably some of the most untouched areas of Europe, all of this. Who knows what's in all of these mountains? There's probably some people living there. Shepherds, people completely off grid. There must be. Bears, could be. In the back there. Won't surprise me at all. Some of the most inaccessible areas of the country, probably. Just look at this huge cliff overhanging the road here. Wow,